This may be the weirdest reading I have ever done, but you know what? I just don't care. Why do I not care? Well, because it is the new moon in Capricorn and everything is weird and everybody knows it. So I am recording this video on my wifey's tummy and I don't give a crap what anyone says. So let's jump in, skipping all the other stuff. Now, this is just going to be kind of a dive into your specific zodiac sign, what this is going to look like for this particular period of the lunar cycle and how it is manifesting over your next month. Okay, so up until the full moon in the last quarter. So if you are, let's start with fire signs. If you are a fire sign, if you are Aries, if you are Leo, if you are a Sagittarius, this one is going to be for you. Okay, so looking at you guys. All right, fire signs, you are in this massive period of awakening and it's not exactly comfortable. I think a lot of you are being more quiet right now. You guys don't really want to discuss all these major changes because they're really intense, very uncomfortable. I'm seeing changes in our family lives, in our partnerships, in our relationships, and how we deal with those relationships. Some of you guys having in particular sexual troubles, difficulties in making love. Let's talk about that. I mean, there's troubles here in being able to connect with our partner. So something about this month is shaking that type of energy up and giving you guys the ability to work on these things. Okay, so if that's something, an area you're having a difficult time with, know that that's going to be shook up for you. Fire signs, in particular Aries, don't forget we have a solar eclipse coming up again in your sign in April. So that's going to be a lot of very intense energy, as well as we have Mars coming into conjunction with Uranus on the 14th. So it's going to be a really, really big energy. Lots of hostility, lots of anger, lots of drive that comes right at you very quickly. Do your best to work with this energy. Put it somewhere. Don't put it on someone else, because it's something that you need to physically work out of yourself, whether it's literally exercising or doing something that makes you happy, doing something that you love to do. But you got to shake that shit up real quick, because you don't want to be getting into fights with people that you love. And that's what the energy is looking like, because it is sudden blam. You're suddenly you're laying in bed one moment and now you're woke the heck up. That's where you're at for this new moon. So do what you can to kind of place that energy into something that is useful, that is helpful, that is going to get you through. Okay. All right, Aries, that's what you're looking at for right now. And then for all you earth signs, we'll start with Taurus. We've got Taurus, we've got Virgo, and we've got Capricorn. Okay, you guys are, ooh. All right, so everything just got so freaking real, like just so real. Okay, we are at a point where we really have to dig deep here. Financially, we have to find stability. There is a need to figure things out in the long term, squirreling money away, figuring out what we need to have security and have stability, which is, a stress all unto itself. But you guys are earth signs. You guys are driven towards this. This is what you are naturally gifted at being able to see the bigger picture and understand what is needed. But I think that you guys are in a lot of binding contracts, or feeling like you're in too deep in some areas of your life. There's a sense of feeling out of control and losing that sense of stability. Now, for a lot of you, this stability that's falling away from you wasn't actually stable. It was the illusion of stability. So that shit is gone. And it's not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't make you want to stay in this position, right? So you're feeling a lot of energy. You want to get things done. You want to get things moving, but you've also got to deal with the emotional aspect of how it felt to let it all go, to have things just completely fall away from you. Because if you don't, you're going to end up bottling it up. And what happens to us earth signs, or to those earth signs, not myself, but to you guys out there that are earth signs, what happens to you when you guys build things up? Things become insane for not just you, but the people around you. So do yourself a favor and tackle these emotions head on. Okay, get yourself grounded. Do a sound bath. I love doing sound baths. They're wonderful. They're helpful to kind of detox some of these more intense energies and become present within your current environment. All right, it's time to look at this issue, these problems, from a different perspective. That's what you're going to be really tasked with over this new moon period. Okay, and then moving on to air signs, we have Gemini. Who else do we have? Gemini, we have Libra, and we have Aquarius. Awesome. I love it when my sign comes up and it looks insane. Okay, so air signs, we have hitting rock bottom, or we have feeling so low and so down that we only have one way to go, and that's up. This is as much of a as hard as your reality is right now, as much as you feel like you're not succeeding or that you haven't quite figured all the things out yet, all the moving pieces and all the moving components, you are still receiving a blessing in disguise. This is still something that is a positive rather than a negative. And it's time to, undo some of this, okay? Because we have a lot of chaos going on. We have instability, we have depression, mental anguish, and how much of that is us putting ourselves into this position and allowing this to happen? A lot of it is. A lot of it is. So we really need to work on accepting where we are, letting go of what we can, and embracing change. The thing I love about this card, even though it's really heavy, it's really hard, it's still ruled by the sun, guys. So that means that just because the one sun has set on, your current reality, does not mean that another sunset isn't right around the corner. And you have the ability to take these swords out. These are metaphysical swords that have really harmed you, and it's your choice now to carry this around with you. So this month you're going to be working on taking these swords out, rebuilding your self-confidence, rebuilding your trust within you and how you feel about, yourself in general, and your ability to succeed. I see a lot of learning here, but this is taking the wheel, taking control over these elements because you need to, because that's where you're going to grow. I do see a lot of you fighting it, not wanting these changes to occur, wanting to hold on to how things used to be and hold on to a dream that could never be and will never be. And the more that you do that, the more you're going to continue to just find that these swords, not only are they still left in you, but they fall deeper down until you're completely consumed by them. You're completely pinned to the ground. So don't let yourself get to that point. Work from this point up. Okay, it's time to look up. There is nothing else here left at the bottom. You know this feeling, this emotion, what it feels like to be this depressed. And the one thing that you haven't tried is to give up, to give it all up, to let it all go, and to feel something new, to accept that, okay, yeah, this hasn't been great, but the only thing left that you can do about it is try a new emotion, which is, forgiveness, acceptance, and release. It's time to let go, air signs, because you guys are holding on to way too much crap, and it's crazy. And I'm speaking to myself too. I'm a Libra, so I'm saying this for myself just as much as I'm saying it for you guys. This is what we need to do as air signs, is to let go and give in and accept that the universe has our back, wants us to succeed. Okay, and then for what do I have for you water signs? We have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, well, you guys aren't much in we're all kind of in a messy spot right now. Let's be real. Collectively, it's been tough. You guys are currently in a position where you're trying to find your power. Okay, there might be power struggles. There might be challenges in your communication. There might be challenges in, what it is that you want to do, feeling confused, or the lack of motivation that is kind of keeping you down. But either way, however way you slice it, this is just feeling really like just frustrated. Okay, there are so many things that come into your head, interests of things that you want to do, but then you don't do them, and then you get frustrated because you haven't done anything, which leaves you in a state of permanent, almost feeling permanent frustration because you just haven't done that thing, and it just cycles over and over and over again. There's an intense need to rebuild, but you're afraid of rebuilding for some reason. There's a concern. What if I fail again? What if things don't happen for me? What if I'm not everything that I thought I was? Well, my love, the thing is you're not going to know unless you try. You're not going to be able to experience these new things unless you try. You have to try. because ultimately you're going to make more mistakes. But if you never try, you'll never get to make those mistakes, and you'll never know what you really wanted to do. I think, for some of you, you may have someone out there that's kind of debilitating your power, or challenging that power. And it's about communication. How do you express yourself? How do you want to, work with this person? How do you want to work with this other energy? And come back to what you know, which is stillness, which is calmness, the flow of the water, ebbing and flowing as the tide comes in and as it goes out. So there's a need to kind of come back to yourself. You've been dizzy with all of the thoughts and emotions and, chaos that your brain is playing on, in your mind's eye 24/7. And it's time to take a break from that because it's overwhelming. Come back to the present moment, whether it just means to stare at your hand for 5 minutes, or like look around your room, whatever that means for you. Come back, because you're too far involved in everything that's going on and you're not able to see the bigger picture. So work on release, work on being present, and that will really help you in the next steps forward. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I do hope that was helpful for you for this new moon in Capricorn today. And I will see you guys all back here tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can also find me on other social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. All right, guys, see you all next time. Bye for now.